We start off our setting in fluorescent lighting, an active board, and the noise of shuffling third graders. The bell rang. Miss Wells stood at the front of the class. "We have finished growing our plants," she said. "Let's go outside and make some final observations." The third grade class shuffled outside to the back of the school. Then they realized their tomato plants were missing. That's when I, Detective Rabbit, got the call. First, I interrogated Miss Wells, a bubbly character, talking about times tables and cursive writing. No dirt on her. My next suspect was this kid, a sketchy character, known for mischievous behavior, but he was serving detention during the time the plants went missing. So, he was not culprit. I was stuck. Or was I? I was going to need some, quotation, administrative, in quotation, assistance to crack this case. I brought Principal Williams to the scene. Right away, he seemed very uncomfortable. He thought he was helping me out. No, he was just the last of my suspects. I snuck around and took photographs of his pants, his hands, his lunch, and I snooped around his office during my lunch. He made it fairly easy, thinking meetings were more important than this case. He had dirt on his hands, grass stains on his jeans. His lunchbox was filled with the same fresh tomatoes from the garden, and planting pots were in his office. This evidence was enough on its own, but I'm an overachiever, detective. I was going to need a solid confession. The principal stepped into my office. Well, I stepped into his office. "I think you know why you're here," I told him. He started to speak, but I cut him off. "This is an interrogation. Let me do the talking." "Explain these." I put down all the photographs I had taken. Then there was a knock at the door. Miss Wells, the third grade teacher, appeared. "Detective Rabbit, I forgot. I let the principal harvest the tomato plants for lunch." Seriously, I'm thinking in my head. This school is so boring. I never get to the part where I get to arrest the principal. Every time I do this. Wait a second. New conspiracy theory. The principal never gets arrested. You're still paying for my sources. Then Miss Wells said something every teacher said in their lifetime. The dreaded, "I'm out of cash, though." Just pay me in lunchtime ice cream from the lunchroom, I say. This case of the mystery, quotation, of the stolen plants was closed.
You were watching the Sammy Rabbit